Okay, welcome back to the Frame Mindset Podcast. My name is Concept. This episode is going to be October Update 2. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, and there were certain things I forgot to mention. And it's like, might as well make another episode. Stuff like that. And it's like, the next thing is that, bro, the home, bro. I'm going to, cause, willing, I'm going to, I think, uh, ended. So boom, I was ending the third year. I'm going to the fourth year of home ownership, bro. And it's like, bro, the work. So boom, I start the work, and that's the next thing. I guess there's a lot of episodes coming related to that. And so what happened is that I start the work at a certain period, and what happens is that what you realize is that I'm working for a year now. And what happens is that I'm slowly coming back to that period again. So so I started work at that period, and that period was very hot and hot. But you're starting the work again. You're still working at the same place, but you're actually going back to that same season again. So I was going to record an episode about that, but it actually I'm living the experience now. So I guess I guess I would mention it. No. Uh, Well, I guess I would mention it. I guess we mention it because yeah, this episode is actually for education, self help, and all the other for the people who actually want. So it's like the thing is that business cycle. That's the thing where what happens is that boom, you're out here, you want to work. So sometimes you're not gonna get your dream work, but you want something to give you income. And I guess one of the next the user asks, "Oh, do you have any questions for us?" And all those things. One of the important questions I realized, in the working world is business cycle. When is the hot season, when is the slow season, all these stuff. So actually, yeah, that is a very good question to ask. And I never going to this work actually realized that that is a very good question to ask because what happens that you actually know what you're getting into. So okay, yeah, the times usually hot. Okay, yeah, this business is usually hot all year round. This business usually hot certain times, and it's like okay, me knowing that now when I'm going, I know that okay, I can't slack off. I go in knowing that I have to put in 100 from day one because once I start the work, I can't stop. But is that the time I go like okay, yeah, it's certain things. So it's like okay, that means that when I go into this work, I have more time to actually get pro- get professional in the work. That means that certain the ta I'm saying okay I'm going to this work during the slow season. That means that okay it's not going to be as hard as the it's going to be hard getting used to the work, but you're going to actually be when the real season comes in now, the real hard season coming in now, you have those preparation from the slow season that you actually be like, okay, when the hard season come, you actually prepare for it. You actually prepare for it because the core concept is actually built in from that slow season period. But if you're actually hiring in at the high season and be like, okay, yeah, you can't actually be like yeah, once after I start this work, after I get this work, that I can't slack off. So that is a good question to actually ask when you're in the interview. What type of business cycle? What is the slow season? When is the high season of a work? Just to get an understanding to say, okay, yeah, I'm actually getting this work during the high season when things are usually hot. So that means that it's going to be very busy and all these stuff and all these stuff. So that is a good question to ask. These, yeah. The next thing is, mask. You know, uh, the pandemic and all these things is Let's say it's not over. It's that the virus is become there's a vaccine now. So it's like the virus is become normal. It's just like cholera, all these stuff, all these stuff. The virus is the novel coronavirus is normalized where there's a vaccine. But I said just like the common cold and everything, you can catch it and then boom and all. So what happens that you're in the working place and I talk about episodes, useless thing becoming useful. Mask is back in the days, when I just started this journey, I always see people selling masks and all these stuff. And then boom, I have this bag of masks and it's like I know my family made some masks for me. But I kept them and boom, the lockdowns were over and all these stuff. But what happened was that I'm in the working world now, and I'm in the rain season and catch the common cold, but I actually want to work to gain money and income. So I'm in this phase where I have to actually work. So things like these now, where mask actually comes in handy, where you're protecting your work colleagues by putting on a mask when you're sick. You're protecting yourself, your work colleagues when you're and these are things that I normalized way before I was working. These are things that I normalized way before I was working. But just like things I said back in your richer days and all that stuff. Like boom, think certain things. If you go to a rich or famous people, when they're actually shaking people's hands or stuff like that, they always hand sanitize. These are stuff that that were normalized way before the novel coronavirus. So if you actually can implement them in your normal days, where boom, you have a I say you have a mask or stuff like that. But when you're sick, you'll be like, okay, I carry a mask to work and all this stuff, to just to protect myself. And then you have your simple hand sanitizer and all this stuff. These are normalized stuff. These are I guess these are normalized stuff. Uh, yeah, but I guess yeah, but so back in the days when you were younger and fresh, forget. But as you get older, as simple sicknesses, it can it can knock you down. So it's like good to have protect yourself and good to protect your colleagues as well, so that they back in school and all those stuff, you're out there catching a common cold. Yeah. But in the working world, it's good to actually protect yourself and protect your colleagues as well. Yeah. Yeah. Just and the mask. So the mask was something that was the prevention method in the corona period, but in this normal somewhat post corona period and new period, the mask is a valuable tool to have along with hand sanitizing in your normal day to day going walking and stuff, to be like, okay, this is a good way to actually protect myself on a normal basis, on a normal basis. So that's the thing where like useless thing become useful, where be like, yeah, back in the days yo, till wear mask. Yeah, the argument between mask and no mask and all those stuff. Rather now, we're past that now and be like, okay, yeah, the mask is a normal is a real protective method for getting away, keeping away sicknesses, and hand sanitizing as well, keeping your hands clean and all those stuff to get germs off your hand. Those are actual proven methods for so you don't have to be out here trying to protect yourself from corona all these stuff. Just protecting yourself from the normal common cold and all these things. That is a good way to actually keep yourself healthy in this adult world. Yeah, so that's basically the other update I guess in the October. More things to come. I guess. Yeah, thanks you for listening and look forward for the next episode.